giving them 26 points at the half. Listen, folks, if somebody says you're going to hold them to 26, I'm going to take it. But we got to do better than 16. And as I just told him, how many of you had? I went around the room. I said, I want to tell me how many of you had the ball slapped out of your hands in the key. And I think we counted 9 times where someone has the ball in the key and it's slapped out of their hands. I'm talking about a pass. We've got to do a better job than this. I was also I'm a little disappointed in that some veterans got their head down a little bit too quick. That bothered me a great deal. I won't give out names. I'm just telling you, I just really got on my veterans about their lack of toughness, for lack of a better word. I mean, when things aren't falling, you have to remain tough and not get your head down. And I saw a couple of players, 2, 3 maybe, of returnees, key players for us, people playing a lot of minutes do that. So that's very disappointing. And we gave up too many easy shots. Georgia State hit 6 for 15. Well, with Ethan out, as soon as he hurt his foot, I thought this was going to be a tough game to beat. When people are going to play a zone against us, it's going to be a tough game to win without him in the game. I'll tell you one thing I did. I really decided I made in my mind what we got to have, recruiting. After watching that. Someone who could stick that ball in the hole from the outside. So, but not very many bright spots. Other than, there were some kids out there that didn't quit, and there were some veterans out there that I thought put their head down and quit too early on me. That is the most disappointing thing that I'm going to have to say about this game.
You mentioned Ethan Montalvo going down really affected the game.
Actually, the first 3 or 4 minutes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was the first 4 minutes. Yeah, he went down. And I know it's pretty hard to tell this early on, but how serious does it seem?
It's a sprain, and obviously we're going to take tomorrow off, and we're going to take Tuesday off, and I'll keep him out Monday. I just hope it's not too bad. Guys, every game we won last year, it seemed like he was instrumental in it, or virtually every game. So you got to have somebody hitting shots from the outside. Matter of fact, you need about 2 of them. I mean, for example, number 11 was 7 for 23 going from the three-point line going into today's game. What was he? He was 3 for 6 tonight. 3 for 6 from 50% from the three-point line is like hitting 66% from the regular field. So, we got to. And I knew they were going to be tough because, the coach told me, he said, we played. I won't tell you the word he used, how they played against UTA. So I figured, I warned my kids. I said, they just had 2 very difficult days of practice. I guarantee you, they had 2 very difficult days. And they're going to play much better against us than they did against UTA. Though UTA is playing great basketball. So you don't beat Ohio State and Memphis and take Texas to overtime without doing something right. So, we hope we have him back on Saturday's game. It's I really looked at this and was frustrated that we had off so early in. I'd like to have a midweek. I'd like to have 1 game a week more into the season where we can rest our kids. But in light of this injury, it's maybe a blessing in disguise.
Who else do you think? You said you need 2 guys who can go out.
Well, Caven should be shooting it, but he's 5 for 14. We know OJ is just a decent shooter at best. I tried freshmen, Courtney and D'Angelo, and together they're 1 for 7, and together they're 0 for 6 from the 3. So, Bobby Conley was 1 for 5. Anthony Roberson was really somewhat ineffective tonight. 4 fouls, 18 minutes. And that he did not play a very big role. And usually he's going to play a big role in terms of either defense or rebounding. Usually maybe even getting 10 or 12 points. And, he was not as serious a factor. But obviously the foul situation was bad for him. Ethan didn't even get a shot off before he got hurt.
Yeah, even outside.
If somebody would have told me, I got to admit, if somebody was going to tell me you're going to lose Ethan 4 minutes in the game, I'm going to say, why are we playing this game? Let's just let him. We've got to have somebody like him performing. I'm not saying he would have. He would have been the difference in the game. But we got to have, if people are going to zone us, Ethan Montalvo and Bobby Conley and Caven Tilbury have got to shoot the ball better. Shoot the ball well, excuse me. I meant to say shoot the ball well.
Given that statement, would you consider Ethan to be your most valuable player in a lot of ways with what he can do offensively for you?
I can just consider Ethan to be a very, very valuable player against on an offensive end, yes. And if you think about it, he's really been doing a pretty good job on the defensive end too. More than any other player since I've been here, he's really developed himself defensively in terms of getting in the passing lanes and things like that. You know, I'm hoping Anthony Roberson can do that. You know, we have some veterans who are more interested in offense than they are defense. And I've already told them, you're not going to win the conference championship until you change.
Got Appalachian State coming next week. What do you know about them? What can we expect?
Well, I don't. I really got to be honest with you. You know, when you have games on Wednesday, Saturday, and they're the first, I really have focused on these two teams.
Sure.
And, you know, I will tell you this. I probably would have had some game plan changes if I knew Ethan wasn't going to be involved. You know what I'm saying? That would have been totally different. You know, we might have been doing some different things if he's not going to be part of the offense.
What kind of different things do you think you would do?
You know, just well, first of all, we're gonna try different lineups in terms of you know, these freshmen played only 10 minutes, but Bobby played 26. You know, Bobby's been playing about 15 a game. The freshmen haven't been playing at all. So we would have worked them more in you know what I'm saying, in practices and all that.
You know, Conley looked really good defensively. Do you have any comments on that?
He did. Bobby did do some good things out there. He hustled, he played hard. He just didn't shoot the ball very well offensively, but he did play hard. He hustled. I agree with you 100%. Even Anthony seemed to let the fouls get to him a little bit, if that makes sense. I thought he put his head down a little bit too quick today when he got his third foul.
Yeah, seems to get in a rhythm. Then once he gets in foul trouble, I know what you mean.
Yeah. I thought Anthony was very less of a factor, wasn't very much of a factor tonight as a result of his foul troubles, and I really I think he's been very instrumental in some good wins we've had. So I hope that doesn't happen again. Even free throws, 11 for 20. We got 11 more free throws than they do, but we hit 11 of them. You know. Like I told the guys, I said, you know, I did say this. I said, you know, we're talking about missing shots from the field. I said, heck, we go to the free throw line, we barely make 50%. I will tell you right now, I've really challenged them right before I came in here about their mental toughness and giving up on each other, or giving up. I don't know if they're giving up on each other, but just putting their head down and saying, oh crap, you know, whatever. That cannot be. And when I say that, I'm looking at Imani, Caven, Cameron, OJ. I'm primarily looking at those four guys. Can't say Ethan, he's not in there. Can't say Kendall, he didn't play. So I'm talking to four veterans who played a lot of minutes.